Hey everybody. Uh, Interesting thing that I recently was playing around with, which is trying to have ChatGPT come up with its own alien language, its own alien coding language, to see if it can compress the requests in some way and shorten the tokens that are being used, or lessen the amount of tokens that are being used for each request. So I've seen some people play around with this. that I try it myself. So the prompt itself is you're an expert developer from another solar system. I'll give you a code from Python, and you'll give me the exact same code in an alien programming language. The main focus is accuracy, brevity, make the code as short as possible. I do not need to understand anything about the code. It's just for your use to translate back and forth between mine and yours. Ask me questions for details if you need any more clarity. Say why if you understand. Apparently you did. So I imported some Python script from just some rando app. And here is its first attempt. So it came up with all kinds of silly looking characters here. Fascinating. So here's our alien code. Okay. And so I made it as script as you need. Make it as short as possible. Points to create a code with the lowest token use. And say why if you understand. And it did. Now let's rewrite as instructed. And here is its shortened code. So interesting. So I asked it to make it even shorter, and it probably did. Yeah, it looked like it combined the GC. I don't know, some funky looking stuff. Okay, compare that to the original code. How did you do on accuracy? So we're sending this stuff back to see if it can understand the combination, or they understand the difference between what it gave us and what I asked. The refactored and shortened code maintains the core functionality and accuracy of the original code. However, some variable names and string values were shortened to reduce the number of tokens. While the original code is more readable, the refactored version is more cryptic but serves the purpose of minimizing token usage. Here are some notable changes. Imports are shortened and aliases are used for the imported libraries. Fascinating. Generate content and preprocessed data functions are turned into lambda functions. So turn some functions into some lambda functions to save tokens. I guess some mathematical functions that it would just understand through some regular expressions, I think. I'm not sure. The preprocessed data function is refactored to use a dictionary comprehension instead of a loop. Interesting. No idea what that means. Conditionals for the example variable are shortened. Okay. Show token used for both original and compressed code. So original code 386. I just ask it for the tokens, and the original 386 compressed 221. So we shaved a whole lot of tokens off. Really, really interesting. So I try to do the same thing with just text, but no, the text is not very good because it needs that and some kind of probably a decryption key. So I haven't been able to figure out yet how to do this with text, but maybe there's a way to do it with text as well. Well, there's an abbreviation mapping. See if as long as it does some kind of encryption and then with a key. I'm not sure if there's any need or viability for the text one, but I thought that the actual code conversion, I thought that would be quite useful, especially when maybe using code snippets in your requests or in some chains of requests, and perhaps maybe encrypting the alien language in a vector for your code to then query for additional requests to the API, to the chat API. So no, some interesting possibilities here to be able to encrypt code in a chat GPT alien language so that the original code and the compressed code use different token. And so if I take this, here's the cool part. If I take this, and let's see what happens. Now I've already tested this once. I don't know if it's going to work again, but let's take that code, and put it into a new Chat GPT session. Paste that bad boy in, and let's see what happens. All right. So it understands what the code does. Streamlit application with the title AI me, like all of that, the titles and stuff, they're not coming back. But it does seem to be able to understand that this is an application, and it's OpenAI. Add a button, generate text using the OpenAI. Very interesting. And see, can you write this in the actual Python code? It doesn't need that. Certainly. Here's the code with comments. Yeah, so as you can see, the keys here are of course really wrong, but I mean, it knows the engine model, the prompt, the max token. This should have actually been something else, but overall, I mean, dang. Look at that. It's popping things back out in the actual into the actual loop. So yeah, it took that from all this. So took this. Yeah, I see prompt packs token. So took that and was able to dump all this out. Yeah, fascinating. So let me know if you have any questions. Leave them in the chat, and yeah, hopefully you can put some of this to use yourself. All right. Hope this helps. Thanks.